Okay, so it's about 2 days later, 3 days later, the fence is up and fixed. I still got to get all this stuff out of here. I still have not quite fixed this yet. This will come very soon. I'll get that done. But I have to go get more of these posts so I can tie this all in together. Okay, so it's a couple days later from the intro, and I'm just now starting to get out here to do stuff. The first thing I'm going to tackle, as I'm looking around, I'm sorry, y'all. First thing I'm going to tackle is this. Now, what I've thought about doing is this. See how this is bent so bad from the hurricane compared to the back one? I think I'm just going to take this one out, and I'll use this somewhere else, and then install the other two brand new ones that I have right here. I think that's the smartest thing to do, so I'm not fighting this bend because it's irritating me. So I'm going to knock that out first. And then I've gone ahead and decided, which I hate to do this, but it's the middle of July. I've got 2 more months of 100-degree heat coming. I don't see a point in keeping the tomatoes in. So I think I'm just gonna take everything out. I'm gonna leave all the basil on this front side because it's tall around the edges. But on the back side where the basil is, well, instead of using my finger to show everything that I'm doing, why don't I just move? So I think back here, from about here down, all of this basil that's right in here, I'm going to take out. Take out all the tomato plants and all the basil that's in between, basically emptying out this entire tomato bed. And then I'm going to plant more okra, more beans. I'm going to try cucumbers in this area. I'll probably get a shade cloth up over the weekend. That will not be in this video. But let me just show you the difference right now. Because if you remember 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, the roses that were in that corner, look how bare that corner looks. It's kind of bumming me out. I'm not gonna lie. Because look how nice this corner looks. Full and green and flowers and all that. Even though those sunflowers need to come down because they're looking wonky. But just looking down there, it bums me out big time. Those baby dwarf okras are doing good. In fact, I could probably harvest something today. While I'm thinking about it, let's see. There were okras on here. Oh, right there. Look, y'all. Now, see, that one's way too long. I got to get in here and start harvesting. But that flower's about to open. And if y'all been following this channel for any amount of time, you know how much I love okra flowers. In fact, look at my page. I got okra flowers on the page, on my header page. I don't know, but I love okra flowers. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. Thought I'd tell y'all before I started getting down to the business of getting all this done. That hurricane really messed up this yard. Not gonna lie, pretty bummed about it, but we got a lot of other stuff that's still growing, looking good. Those tomatillos I'm gonna have to take out very, very soon. So yeah, that's the plan in this video, why I wanted to go ahead and show y'all what I'm doing. Also, I'm go ahead and take out these 2 tomato plants there. They're looking ragged. Those 2 tomato plants have probably given me about 200, probably, little tomatoes since they started producing. So they worked really good. Or they produced really good, didn't work. They produced really well, but it's time for them to go. They're just looking so bad. But yeah, so that's what this video is gonna be. It's gonna be starting to get this garden back to where it needs to be after that stinking hurricane. But again, like I said in the last hurricane video, let's be real, y'all. This isn't important at all compared to what people are dealing with, not having power for 10 days. And I want to say to all the linemen that are down here, came down to Houston to help us. 99.9% of us appreciate you all, love you all, support you all. It's that 0.01% that are just punks and just bad people. Let's just be real. Not everyone can be a good person. The ones that are fighting these linemen or lacing them with fentanyl and all that, I mean, those people, I'm not gonna get on a soapbox, y'all, but that kind of crap just ticks me off. So we need to be a better version of ourselves to our fellow neighbors, especially those who come to help us. Yes, they're getting paid, I get it, but they're taking time away from their families to come down to Houston to help us in a time that we needed them, and then this is the crap that they're dealing with. Yeah, I'm not with that at all. So my hearts and prayers go out to all the linemen, their families, everyone who's helped this community that cares about each other and cares for the people that are helping us. From my heart, thank you all very, very, very much. Okay, it's definitely weird not having those tomato plants there. It kind of throws it off a little bit, but part of moving on in the seasons, part of changing things out. Just once you get used to the way a garden looks, it's kind of hard when it changes. But okay, so I was totally thinking about just keeping this one in because I'd already used all those tie downs and just making it go back. But I don't know if y'all noticed, but when I cut the last zip tie, the thing just came right at me. So this bend is just too much. It's not going to work. It just won't line up, and I know it won't line up to that back arch right there. I mean, I can't have that. That looks just terrible. So I'm gonna pull this one out, bring in the other two brand new ones, get them lined up, get them zip tied in, and should be a huge difference between this right here and the final product. Okay, so I totally forgot about this. So I have to move this. I was originally just gonna cut the bottom of that, but it's gonna be easier for me just to move the worm in bed composting from that area, and I'm just gonna shift it over into here somewhere. So I need to do that real quick. And this is real simple, y'all. It's just dig a hole, put that thing down, put that PVC pipe down in there, put in a bunch of leafy greens, kitchen waste that doesn't have oils or salts or sugars or any of that in there, and just let the worms come in and worm compost in your garden. Why not? It's been working. I've seen a lot more worm activity since I put these in, and I just think it'll be easier to move that as opposed to just cutting, because I don't have bolt cutters or anything like that. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll get back to finishing this arch off. I think it's gonna look really good. Okay, y'all, look how good that looks now. There's still a little bit of a gap right here, and that's because of how these weren't lined up perfectly, but hey, I'm not tripping on it. Okay, now I do have another panel that I want to bring and put it in the center, just tying the whole thing together. So I'm gonna give it a shot. This is kind of hard by yourself. But I don't think I'm gonna have too much of an issue. It's just the thing is heavy and it's big. And in fact, you know what? I'm not gonna try this by myself. What I can do though is this. Yep. Okay, standing right here, I got exactly what I wanted. And I just used, as I just showed y'all, just old pieces of this cattle panel, hog panel stuff, whatever this stuff is called, this fencing, to totally make these two arches become aligned. All right, check it out. It looks so good. I am so happy. Y'all, I have wanted arches since the moment I started gardening. And almost 4 years later, I got my two arches. So I'm pretty stoked. Very, very happy. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and tackle this bed, or at least start on this bed. It's getting late. I still have a lot to do tonight inside. So I'm gonna keep going. I might split this video up into a couple parts and just show it over a couple days, which is probably what I'm going to do. But I'm going to try to tackle this tomato bed at least right now and get that taken care of. And then, y'all, I got to start planting. We still got time. You know, I am in the, 9A area in the south, so it's not, time's not against me, but at the same time, I want to kind of get on this. And I want to go harvest some okra in this video. I'm really excited about what I saw a minute ago. Except those okras were a little too big, but we'll see. Let me go ahead and try to tackle this this tomato. You know what? Let's go harvest some okra before I tackle this tomato bed. Okay, so 2, 4, so 6 okras. Not the biggest harvest that I've ever had, that is for sure, but I'm not going to complain over 6 okras. Because remember, when you're harvesting fruit off of your plants, you are helping those plants to continue producing more fruit. So when I say at the end of my videos, harvest hard, this is what I'm talking about. Get out there and harvest, and harvest, and harvest. Okay, now I'm going to start attempting the tomato bed, but I'm not 100% that I'm going to finish it tonight, but we'll see. Okay, y'all, it's getting dark-ish. I actually just got lightheaded a few minutes ago, so I'm pretty much done for the night. Let me show you what we did real quick. What I did. No, we did it. We did it together. So, totally took out this whole section. Still got to clean it up, come in with a rake, continue taking out everything. I'll get all that done here in the next couple days. Start getting stuff planted in here. Now, one trick I like to do, and I won't really call it a trick, but it's something I like to do, is I like to keep clips throughout the garden. So if you see something and you need a clip, you don't have to go all the way to wherever it is that you store your clips. I like to have them hanging handily throughout the garden. So like right there, I've got them up here on these tomato trellises. Over here, I've got those green ones that I'll put in all through there, like I have right there. And again, gardening is hard enough. It's taxing on the body. Why add extra steps to everything by having to go all the way to wherever you store them and come back? That's why I used to have a mailbox right here until it dry rotted and a really huge bean plant that weighed so much just yanked it right out of the ground. But if you're wondering why I do that, that's why I do that. All right, so this video was not glamorous. We weren't planting something or harvesting the world's largest tomato or anything, but this is what gardening is. It's getting out here when you can, knocking things out as quickly as you can, and giving your garden love and harvesting hard right there, as I have an ant crawling on my hat. Seriously. All right, everyone, that's the video. If y'all did enjoy this video for some weird reason, do me a favor, like it, share it, and subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. Everyone, take care. God bless. Continue to shine bright, harvest hard. When you need to do something in the garden, do it. This right here brings me absolute joy. I'm so happy this looks as good as it does, and I brought you all along for the ride. I'll talk to y'all again real soon. Bye.